Hi, my name is Michael De Silva from New Hunter Church of Christ this morning. I'm preacher and evangelist for New Hunter Church of Christ. We have a situation that's going on here in our church and even in other churches and households across America and probably around the world, where there's a girl that really loves the person and really wants, or maybe a boy that really loves the person, but they're much older. So what I did is I went and did some research on that subject, and I found out legally and biblically that the person can marry that person, legally when they reach the age of consent, which is 18 in the state of Virginia, or if they get parental consent, that's age 16 in Virginia. So what I found out is that, by saying things like there may be a hatred, she has a hatred towards that person, don't want to see them, and saying all that stuff, it's because what you're doing is trying to discourage that relationship. That's what people normally do when they say stuff. But if they showed actions otherwise than what you're saying, what they're going to do is just go and find another way to go see them. They're going to run away. So what I'm saying is, what I would do if I were you as parents is I would allow them to be together. It would have to be supervised. Yeah, you'd have to chaperone them, I know. But sometimes love can find people even when they're 30 some years apart. And it is true. It's weird. It sounds crazy. Believe me, I think it's crazy. And it sounds weird as all get out. But sometimes love does work that way. And there's nothing weird and crazy about it, especially when God's at the helm of it. And you might have to do some things that are different than most things, as most normal teenagers go through. But if they really love each other, that's really the benchmark of the whole thing. If they really want to be together, you should allow them to be together and not try to put a wedge in there. Now, if something happened between those two, they should be apart for a reasonable time so that they can have time to forgive and all that and all that the process to take place, however long it takes. But I would not discourage that relationship, because if they really love each other, honestly, as parents and a preacher as myself, I would allow them to be together. You just have to set some ground rules, because legally there's nothing wrong with it as long as the parents are supervising it at all, legally, from a legal standpoint. And as long as they love each other and they want to see each other, it would be better for the person to continue to see that person. Why they may appear to be mad and why they're so closed up, it's because people keep rehashing it and keep teasing them about it. And they keep talking about it, which will make a person mad if you keep talking about it. And they will close up, and they will act just like that with men in general, will be mad, like was stated in a letter, that was given to me here. That will normally happen. It's not always because something happened to the child. It's not that. It could be because of what way people are acting towards them at home on a daily basis. Instead of allowing and respecting it, and instead of the brothers teasing them about it, maybe they ought to respect it and accept it, because sometimes love does not operate on a normal premise or line. Believe me, I know, because I know a lot of stories from you all, both online and Facebook, that I know some people met when they were underage and they got married because the parents gave them parental consent. Or they waited till they were 18 and they still got married. And some people were like 30 some years older, but they still got married and they still loved each other and they had a wonderful family. And they were blessed by it. And they were blessed because they love each other. And the families that were involved were extremely blessed. Because if God is doing something, don't stop what he's doing. Because God may be in this situation. And if you're discouraging it and writing letters to dispel this to other people, that you don't want them to be together, then basically all you're doing is throwing gas on the fire. Because the next step is she's going to run away to go see him or find another way to go see him. And she's not going to tell you. Or if it's a boy, he's not going to tell you, because they're going to go meet. And when they meet, they're not going to do anything inappropriate. They're just going to meet because they love each other. They just want to be together and talk. That's all. And if they're not communicating with each other, which in this situation I know they're not in any way, shape, or form. They may have a channel on YouTube, but they've always put stuff on there. But it's not communicating directly to them. It's communicating to everybody. And the thing is, if they're not communicating, at all, that's the next step. So why do this? All you're doing is throwing gasoline on the flames. Why not allow them to be together? If they love each other and you love them and their family, let them come back and be there for each other so that she'll be better. She's not going to resent that person. She loves him. She really does. She's not going to resent him at all or resent her at all. They're going to be welcome. Why she's all upset and everything is because all this is happening. Okay? Why he's upset is because all this is happening. So you see, love doesn't always operate on a conventional level. Like the way we see it legally and the way we think it ought to be, love doesn't ever function like that. And in this situation, I think it's one of those. It's like you're going to be in situations that's going to challenge your thinking and challenge your understanding about how God works, and I think this is it. And if you don't see that, you're blind to that possibility. Think about it. There's nothing legally wrong with this as long as the parents supervise it. There's really nothing wrong with it. As long as the people love each other, it's healthy and supervised, they should be together. Because it will help her and help the person, and it will help them stay together because they love each other. Think about it. Take care. It's Michael DeSilvas. Take care. Peace. I love you. Hope this helps other people who are in situations that are like this. It's not always a bad thing. If you really look at it, the person. It's not bad at all. But if they love each other, there's nothing legally wrong around it about it as long as the parents supervise it. Think about it. Take care. Bye.